Hi class, in this video we are going to discuss about exponential functions. So here are the following objectives for today's video. We are going to distinguish among exponential function, exponential equations, and exponential inequalities, and solve exponential equations and inequalities. First, let's define what is exponential expression. So, exponential expression daw is an expression of a form a times b raised to x minus c plus d, where b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1. So, obviously, if we are going to examine yung ating form ng exponential expression, the b na greater than 0 and not equal to 1 is the base. And you have your exponent na naka-raise sa ating base. So, dapat daw po ang ating base in your exponential expression should be a positive. A positive greater than 0 but of course, do not forget that it should not be equal to 1. So, from the exponential expression, pwede ka po diyang magkaroon na ng equation, inequality, and function. So, ang pagkakaiba, syempre, ng bawat isa ay i-discuss natin. So, pag sinabi mo exponential equation, this is an equation involving exponential expressions. So, pwedeng both side of the equation ay may exponential expression or isa lang. Basta ang mahalaga, you have to always follow the definition of the exponential expression. Specifically, ito pong ating base daw po is greater than 0 and not equal to 1. So, here is the example. You have 7 raised to 2x minus x squared equal to 1 over 343. So, of course, we are dealing with an exponential equation, so there is a presence of an equal sign. Next naman, kapag naman po ay may exponential expression ka, however, may presence ka ng mga inequality symbols, this is now what you call the exponential inequality. So, ano po ba mga inequality symbols na alam natin? We have the greater than, less than, greater than or equal, or less than or equal. And, for the exponential function na po, naman, function of the form f of x is equal to b raised to x, where b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1. So, same lang siya dun sa definition ng exponential expression. However, may form siyang f of x is equal to b raised to x. So, halimbawa nga po nito is the f of x or the function of x is equal to 1.8 raised to x. Or can be written as y is equal to 1.8 raised to x. Now, this time, let's determine whether the given examples are an exponential function, exponential equation, exponential inequality, or none of these. So, let's have our letter A. So, upon checking our letter A, you can easily observe that your equation is equated to f of x or y. So, therefore, you can say that this is a function. However, upon checking the base of your equation, you can see that your base is equal to x, which violates the definition of our exponential function kanina sa previous video natin. Nasabi daw, your base should be greater than 0 and not equal to 1. And obviously, your base here is a variable. So, therefore, our answer for letter A is none of the above or none. Next, punta tayo sa letter B. Just like letter A, you can observe that your equation, yung left side ng iyong equation ay naka f of x or function or naka-equal siya sa y, no? So, equal po siya sa 2 raised to x. Obviously, you have 2, which is the base is 2, which is greater than 0 and not equal to 1. So, therefore, for our letter B, we can say that this is an example of a exponential function. Next, letter C, we have y is equal to e raised to x. So, nakita mo na rin na naka-equal siya sa y. And, tingnan naman natin yung base. So, mapapansin mo na ang base natin for letter C is equal to e. And this e is not like the variables na usually nating sinusolve like x and y or a, b, c, this e actually has a value which is 2.71828 or tinatawag po siyang natural number or Euler's number. So, later po, madidiscuss pa po natin yan at may elaborate natin yan as we go along with our discussion under logarithmic function. So, therefore, meron tayong value ng e, may exact value or may estimation value tayo na letter e. So, therefore, our answer for letter C is exponential function. Next, punta tayo sa letter D. Let's test or check our exponents and bases. So, okay naman, greater than 0 and not equal to 1. Then, tingnan natin yung ating sign na ginamit. Gumamit po ng equal sign. So, therefore, for our letter D, our answer is exponential equation. Then, ganun din po sa ating last example, which is letter E. Let's see our base and exponent. Base natin is 5 greater than 0 and 1, not equal to 1. Then, x plus 8 ang ating exponent. Then, naka 625 greater than or equal siya. So, gumamit tayo ng inequality symbol. So, therefore, our letter E is obviously an example of exponential inequality. Lastly, let's have this activity. So below is a list of statements with exponential expression. Classify each as to whether it is an exponential equation, function, inequality, or does not belong to any of these. So, para mas mabilis nating ma-identify, para po sa exponential function, ganito pong ating gagawin. Parang cloud, yung ating way on encircling instead of encircle natin lahat. Then, sa equation, syempre, circle na lang natin. Sa inequality, close natin siya sa square or sa rectangle. And does not belong, lagyan natin siya ng mark na x. So, isa-isahin po natin yung bawat sila. You have 32 raised to x minus 4 less than or equal to 16 raised to x plus 2. Obviously, meron kang inequality sign and both your bases are greater than 0 but not equal to 1. So, therefore, this is an example of inequality. Next, let's have 36x equal to 6. Obviously, this is an example of an equation. Next, meron tayong inequality sign. Then, check the bases. Okay naman. So, therefore, this is an inequality. Next, inequality. However, the bases are variables. So, does not belong. Next, we have y is equal to x raised to 5. Function. However, your base is x, so does not belong. Then next, you have 64 is equal to 2 raised to x plus 2 equation or equal sign rather. Therefore, this is an exponential equation. So, enclose natin siya sa circle. Next, you have 100 inequality symbol, 10 as the base. So, this is an example of an inequality. Next, f of x is equal to x raised to 3. So, ang ating base ay x. So, does not belong siya. Then, g of x is equal to 4 raised to 5x. So, 4 naman siya. Then, naka-express siya sa function. So, this is an example of exponential function. Next, y is equal to 5 raised to x minus 1. Ganun din, example again of an exponential function. Next tayo, 1/2 raised to x plus 2 equal to 1/8 raised to x. So, this is an example of an equation. Kasi both naman po ay between 0 and 1 yung value ng mga bases nila. Next tayo ay f of x is equal to 2 raised to x. So, nakita na natin or na-identify na natin to kanina. So, this is an example of an exponential function. And lastly, last three, you have 7 equal to 49 raised to x. So, equation 27, meron tayong inequality symbol. 3 naman ang base, so therefore this is an example of inequality, exponential inequality. And lastly, you have f of x is equal to 5 raised to x plus 2. Naka-function siya. The base is 5. So, therefore, this is an example of exponential function. So, that's it po for our video regarding identifying exponential function, equations, and inequalities. Next, we are going to discuss naman po in our next video on how to solve exponential equation and inequalities.